Hi, I'm Susie Dingle. It's the time of the year when I'm potting up the annuals for my Cottagecore Garden. I'm using some large pots. When I do that, I have a special technique I've developed over the years. I'd like to show that to you. It's pretty simple and it's worked really well for me. The technique I'm going to show you works fine on whatever the plants are, whether they be one type of plants, one species like this big pot of zinnias, or if it's a mixed planting. Let's head over to another part of the garden where I'm planting up another large pot with some mixed cottage annuals. I am now in the process of finalizing the arrangements for my annual pots for my Cottagecore Garden. What I do first is I don't take them out of the pots yet. I just place them in the container to get a rough idea of what I want the arrangement to be and how many need to be in there. Then when I've got that figured out, I set them to the side in the same configuration. So these came out of that pot right there, and I set them on the ground. Then what I do is, I know all this seems very simplified, but this is a tricky thing I've learned how to do to make the planting go easier. I level out the soil and I amend it. In this case, I just used a dry organic fertilizer. I dug it deep into the soil. And I level out the soil, accounting for the fact that there is going to be some extra soil going in here that's already in these pots. But I still want a little bit of free space that isn't filled up all the way with soil. So it should come at about 1.5 inches or 2 inches at the most down from the lip. I find it easier to plant from the back side forward, and what I do is I scoop out the depth of the pots and move the soil forward like this. So I'm at about the depth I want to be at to just place those plants in here. So this one's going to go here, this one back here, so on and so forth. I'm going to unpot these and fill in this back area with the plants and then push the soil forward. You want to work quickly with these sorts of things so that the roots don't dry out. You want to get soil on them as soon as you can. This is how I remove the plant from the pot on these small plants. I put my fingers on either side of the stem to support it. Turn it upside down. If it doesn't come out easily, you can tap it on your hand or on a pot or anything at all. Here's an example of a plant that doesn't need any teasing out of the roots. They're already coming out from the side, but I do like to squeeze it just a little bit like that, just to get them thinking that they're out of their pot and now they've got to go somewhere else. Those roots are just a little bit tangled up, more so than I would like them to be. I want to spread them out so that they will go into the soil and not become root bound. If you don't do this, they run the risk of just circling around themselves and never reaching out into the soil for moisture. You just want to be very careful, easily tease these out. You don't want to be too brutal. You can use an implement if you want. I find that my fingers usually work just fine. You see how these are kind of wrapping around? We got to this just in time. If we're any more than this, any more tangled than this, I would be a little bit more brutal, but I do it in ideal circumstances, meaning absolutely not in the sun. And we're not in the sun right now. That's good. They're pre-soaked. These are already wet from me watering them yesterday. Got to do that. Don't have to go overboard. I just like to make sure at least there's a few roots dangling down and some out to the side so it knows which way it's supposed to grow. Then I set it in there, and I'm going to do that with the rest of them, and I'll show you the next step in a minute. There's a good example of root bound. This is one of those times where I very gently use a tool to tease these roots out. Once in a while, I will end up having to cut some off, but not usually. There we go. Kind of see how that's all it took. There's a little bit of gentle coaxing. And this is where I'll do a little bit of pulling apart also. Sometimes that is enough to loosen them up. You pull and you squeeze. Another example of root bound, but and the roots are going around the pot. That is what you don't want. But sometimes it's just really easy to get them untangled. You don't need to do very much at all. If they are not coming off easily, soak them in water. Just take the entire pot, dunk it into water, and let it sit there for a good half an hour to an hour. And then it should be easier to remove them. Or to handle them, let's put it that way. There. Nice. Starting to rain. Look what I found on the pot. Snail, which probably came from my garden. We still have snails. I've gotten rid of most of the slugs, but the snails persist. They can handle the dry conditions I've created here. Once I have this back row, the furthest row in, then I'm just going to come along with this soil from the front and fill it in. That first row in the back. And coincidentally, we are excavating the next row coming forward. All right, that's good. Make sure not to bury your root balls too deep. You want it at the same level as it was in the pot, unless the roots were exposed in the top. Sometimes that happens. The soil gets washed off and you just need to put on a little bit more, a tiny bit, not too much. Don't want to cover up those stems any deeper than they were in the original pot. Okay, now we're ready for the next row, toward the center and forward. I'm going to complete this process of putting the pots in, covering them up with soil as I'm moving forward. I am ready to put in the last 4 plants, and this is a fairly deep hole here I've created as I've moved the soil forward. Sometimes I misjudge, and if that's the case, then just have some soil ready and I'll place in the last 4 plants, and then I will come in and fill in with some additional soil. Well, it decided to rain really hard, harder than this even, right when I was done. And that's good, nature's sprinkler system, right? But it still is not enough rain to water these in. You still have to water them deeply and gently. I usually use a hose or a pot and get in there and really water very, very well to make sure those plants are settled in. Before I water, however, I do put my hand in here in between the plants and just press down on the soil gently to make sure. And you can get your hand in there pretty far if you don't overplant, and press between the plants. All right, well, this is a good start, and I'm glad the weather is rainy and overcast. That will help the plants adjust more easily. As my mother used to say, she was in show business, she was a singer, timing is everything. So this pot will have to wait for me to plant it out because I don't want to do it when the leaves are wet or the flowers are wet. That breeds disease. It's not good to handle your plants like that when they're wet. But as for this, pot. It was a magic cottagecore moment because it was just perfect weather and the plants were dry, ready to go, overcast, and I'm enjoying this beautiful day. Until next time, keep dreaming in the garden.